Well, hello and greetings to a spontaneous gaming session on, what is it, Wednesday today. That's exciting. Very cool. So it came to this because I installed a new graphics driver for my RTX 2080 earlier, and in so doing, it kind of it takes a little bit of time for that to happen, and there's bits and bobs that come up, and it said, hey, do you know these amazing RTX live ray tracing enabled games? And one of them was Control. And I hadn't really looked into that. I hadn't really heard much about it. So I thought, why don't I go and have a look? Turns out this game is available since late last month, so it's only been out for a couple of weeks, which is great. Usually I play games that are like 5-6 years old, and it's kind of nice to have a game that's a little bit fresher. So there we go. I thought I'll buy it, $60. It's kind of a little bit much. Usually I don't spend that much time, that much money on games. But I thought I'm interested in this feature, and let me try it out. So I installed it earlier, had a quick run and see if it works, and it does work. So I thought I'm gonna spontaneously share this with you. Oh wow, and Jeremy and Brian and Christina are here. This is very exciting. I love the fact that you're up for this, and that we can do this. Mixer doesn't have FTL today. I don't know why. So it's one of those things, no low latency in Mixer. So by the time I get to see your messages, it'll be with a little bit of a delay. It's kind of, back in the old days. But it's awesome. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what it actually looks like. Oh yes, I think I need to change the chat background opacity. Well, maybe I'll do that next time. It is literally just a quick run through here. And I need to press a few more buttons. Because am I prepared? Am I Buffalo? Of course I'm not. There we go. Here's Control. So the game starts with a bit of a kind of an intro thing. So let's watch that. I don't really know what it's about, but it looks absolutely stunning. Let's do this thing. I haven't really started this, so I'm gonna go and start a new game. Perfect. There we go. Let's enjoy this.
Warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different. For each of us, it can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie, something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here?
Wow.
Hello?
What an intro.
Anyone here?
That is rather impressive, I thought. When I looked at this about an hour ago, I was thinking, my God, that is just absolutely crazy. What they can do these days with real-time controls, real-time cards. Look at the reflections on the floor. We're going to see something in a moment in a very dark room on which a janitor kind of wipes this floor. So I guess he's been all over this building. And you can literally see what he's done there. So it's kind of all the wipey little bits and bobs are still there. Her jacket, absolutely. The hair. It's one of those things we can zoom in. So if I wanted to have a look at the desk, I can do that. So, but I can't look at the character close up. I tried that earlier. If I zoom in like this, the camera jumps behind the character. So I guess we get to see this in glimpses. But yes, it is absolutely astonishing. I've had a bit of a play with the graphics settings of what my computer and my card is kind of capable of. And there's quite a bit that you can change here. So let me just show you around here. That's gameplay, controls, audio, display. There we go. So that's the resolution right now. I can actually go and play this full screen. I hope this is not going to be detrimental to anything. There. Then it's proper 1080. I'm not seeing a chat overlay on this screen, so I'm going to have to quickly look over to your other screen for that. So yeah, but since we're on a delay, that's cool anyway. This is an option here, NVIDIA DLSS, that for some reason drops the resolution down to 1280. So I didn't use that. Brightness is kind of in the middle, and everything is set to high. So we're seeing basically the highest thing that we can set. So I don't know if my computer is going to crash at one point. So let's just see what happens. Oh, good day, Steve. You're joining us at a very opportune moment where we've just gone to a facility called the Federal Bureau of Control. Whatever that is. It's some kind of a sci-fi game developed by the people from Remedy. So Remedy is a Finnish company, and they developed this on the Northlight engine. It's an engine that they've produced, and I believe it was first used in something called Alan Wake. I played that many years ago, 10, 15 years ago maybe, on the original, it was on the Xbox 360. So there we go. And this isn't even the game. This is just a little bit of outdoor, like background action, really. Passers by, people waiting on the bus. Well, the guy waiting there with the rucksack's the same that's moving to the left now, but hey, that's okay. There's buses and cars and cabs and leaves and all kinds of things. There's atmospheric effects, and it's all done in real time. So I'm absolutely amazed by this. Look at the reflections. Unbelievable. There's also real-time cloth animation, so you can walk through these flags. That works. They waft in the wind, behave fairly realistic, I must say. And the game hasn't even begun yet. So from what I gather, there's a bit of a sci-fi story here. And the only thing we can't do is have a closer look at the front of the character. Not that I know of anyway. Maybe there is a way. Yes, Steve, absolutely. How are you feeling? Hope you're doing good. Mixer doesn't have FTL today, so there's a little bit of a delay in our conversation, but that's cool. Just so you know. This is our inventory here. Multimedia, that looks interesting. Reels of tape. Correspondence. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials, such as unauthorized weapons, that makes sense, pagers, laptops, smart watches, smart gaming devices, smartphones, anything smart really, number 2 pencils, troublemakers those, any objects considered iconic representations of any archetypal concept, such as rubber ducks and ketchup bottles. That's interesting. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. There we go. That is that. Let's see what's happening upstairs. And Kids Cracked! Thank you so much for your subscription! So this is really cool too. Bit of foliage there. You can barely see that this is actually geometry. Nicely done. Oh yeah, if you do hear any background noises, by the way, this is a little bit of building work that's happening in my building today. Not on our flat, but I think they're replacing something called the riser. Something to do with the water tank at the top of the building. So yeah, always good to have a bit of drilling in the afternoon.
I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Didn't I just pick something up here? I don't know. Yes, Christina, good luck with the chemo. I hope maybe it's going to get better. I don't know. When you said you had your last solid meal, I think that's a good thing to think about it. Perhaps it is a way of it's just a way of how you prepare yourself around these things. Maybe that'll make it better. Mold removal, HQ livability costs. How exciting. Augen zu und durch, absolutely. I say it's a good approach. I guess you can't really change what the medication does to you, but you can certainly prepare yourself accordingly. So yeah, that's very clever. And also, do insist on them giving you that anti-bath medication before they give you the stuff. I mean, maybe there's even a way that they can give you that an hour before. So take that, wait an hour, and see what happens. Oh yeah, so we can run as well. But why would you run? I mean, this looks. I just think this looks so cool. I would love something like this, like an engine like this, with which we can create still images. So like bring in our characters, pose them like that, press a button, and do all this with a real-time engine rather than the iRay engine. That would be really nice. Oh yeah, Queasy drops, that is a really good idea. They're kind of oils, and they really kept my sickness at bay. Oh, the door opens automatically, that's cool. The bathrooms, yeah, very important to have bathrooms in a game. Because our characters need to use them all the time, don't they? Maybe I'm pernickety, but sometimes I'm looking at things and I'm thinking, yeah, how's that roll of toilet paper held up like that? So if you look at it from the front, you think maybe that little thing goes out at the back, that little kind of holding device, but at the back I think we don't have that either, so the roll just kind of hovers there. I guess we're not meant to scrutinize the game that much. Okay, Steve, thanks for dropping in. Thank you so much for dropping in. We'll let you know what we think of this game. Maybe we can make this a regular...
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
A regular occurrence on a Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's Wednesday. Do you think, Brian, that toilet roll holder is alien technology? I mean, you never know. It's a sci-fi game, so maybe it is one of those tricks that they're playing on us. I think we saw this this crisp machine in another game. Or one very much like it. Maybe it's from the Unreal store or something. Maybe just from Share CG probably. Coffee machine, very good. I have coffee. Do you have coffee? Coffee doesn't count as a solid meal, so... This all has a bit of a retro feel to it, doesn't it? I mean, books. Oh yes, and tape machines. And this thing, it's neither a microcomputer nor a typewriter. Is it a typewriter, would you say? Excellent, Christina. They can't take that away from you. It is actually, there's more like a... If it is a typewriter, it looks a little short. Maybe it's something else. Well, nothing smart, that's for sure. Not in this building, anyway. Angel mints. Yes. Angel mints. I've heard about the used panties, Brian. Good thing we're an 18+ stream. I'm thinking, I mean, if I look at a scene like this, I'm thinking, do we really need iRay? It takes an hour to render this. Why not just have this? I'm sure they can make it that this comes out at a higher resolution, even with a regular card, but doesn't take an hour to do. I mean, shadows, atmospheric effects, it's literally everything is in here. And the game hasn't even begun yet. Let's all remember that. Let's see what else we can find. Correspondence, R4 reports reminder. Sure, let's have a look at that. Oh, that we've already... Oh no, this is it here. As you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request Form R4E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Love and kisses, your admin team. Oh, look at that film projector and everything. Very cool. You know, Brian, it makes me wonder if we should just go and, I don't know, form a company and make something like that. Literally as a replacement for Das Studio and Poser. Put something in that builds scenes like we do, like we build bases in Subnautica. Build characters like we create a sim or somebody in an RPG. And just build a system like that from scratch. Could be a good product.
Hey, excuse me.
Oh, watch this. This is cool.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you are no helmet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, you out.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Auntie the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No
Look at
face.
that lip
But
sync.
that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
That is just, how is that for facial animation and lip sync? And that was just the janitor that we just saw as kind of a throwaway character, perhaps. I was impressed by literally everything. Look at the floor. I don't know how well this comes across on the stream, but as I move the camera ever so slightly, you can just about see how the RTX cards do this ray tracing. So this shadow of the window here, that's in that light spot that I'm moving around here. Can you see that? Just as I move it, you can literally see that it's different from frame to frame. So I guess it doesn't, like in iRay, it kind of continuously tries to improve the scene, but in this case I guess it only does it as soon as the scene no longer moves. So when I do this, it just goes boom, it's kind of there. So there's a tiny bit of noise that I can see there, and the only way this is really visible is when I move the camera. I don't think that can be seen in the stream, but it's just, if you look at this on your own machine, it kind of gives you an insight of how the engine works. That's very, very cool. And as you drop the settings down, this is an effect that goes away. I'm just thinking, my God, if I can do that in real time, we need to come up with something that lets us make scenes like this more or less in real time and bring the fun back into scene building and get away from the agonizing process that we have right now. So, janitor man, let's have a look what the oldest house is all about. So this is all I've seen of the games. From now on, I don't know. I've not explored any further. I don't even know if this is the correct direction. Have we just been here? I think so. Should we go in the lift? Yeah, I guess the lift door's just opened then. Because we've been in here, haven't we? This is something we've looked at. Yeah. The description said that this place here, the oldest house, is a bit like a TARDIS.
Cell. And the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Oh, I thought we were done with the titles. We haven't even started yet. That makes sense, actually, Christina, that they say it has to be given at the same time, otherwise it's just not going to work. So the oldest house apparently changes on the inside. It's smaller on the outside than it is on the inside. What's happening on the inside, I have no idea. That's what we're going to find out. Woohoo! Welcome to the oldest house.
You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Director's office. Maybe we can find something out there. Yeah, guess we don't have clearance for that. Also very nice how the exposure is controlled here. As I go into a dark room, the exposure is kind of cranked up, and then as I walk into a lighter room, it is cranked down so that there's no overexposure. Oh yeah, baby, absolutely. First one, stat. And 1 to 4 are less urgent, I guess. Christina, is there a word for stat in Germany? It's a medical term here when something is really, really urgent. It needs to be done rather fast. Oh, I see. Right, right. Actually, let's go in there in a little while. Let's just explore the rest of the antechamber here first. Don't worry. Oh, flimsy desk here, huh? Bouncy drawers. Seen you in the title sequence, dude. Very cool. Even if he's not real, I mean, if this is a 3D representation of a real guy, he looked pretty real to us. Oh my god, look at that reflection. Wow. I suppose Notfall is the actual incident. So if somebody has a heart attack, that's a Notfall. A stat is more something when the doctor issues something like a scan, and people say, okay, you can do that next week, and the doctor says, no, it has to be done this afternoon. That's what we call stat. Urgent, let's have a look. Do not disturb. All right. Jesse Fadden arrives at the oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, to look for answers to the mysteries of her childhood. Okay. Non-official, Barbara. I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day, for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Erstmaßnahme. I've never heard of that before. Can you believe I was only introduced to the medical world of medical things like hospitals and stuff when I moved here? Crazy.
Shit.
Ay, caramba.
Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
That's crazy. If we can't have a closer look at our main character, we can certainly have a look at the dead people of the game. Absolutely impressive. Whoops.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the The service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
You must choose to be the chosen one? What kind of a choice is that? And who's the board? It's board with a D rather than a G, by the way. Is that moving? No. What do we make of this? And when are we? Are we still in the room with the director? What happened to him? Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Look at that. I didn't see this coming. Oh dear. Whoa, okay. I thought melee is just punching someone in the face. Ah.
The same gun.
Indeed. Can you imagine it turns out that she actually shot the director?
Okay. Now I have a gun.
Now you have a gun. How do we use it? Oh yeah. RT, that's this? Yeah, that's that. Cool. Do we reload somehow? No, reloads itself. Excellent. So the oldest house, that's the only other thing that I know about this. The oldest house seems to change on the inside as the game goes on. So as we explore, new areas of this thing will open up, and it looks much smaller on the outside than it does on the inside. Oops. I think so too. Let's go and punch him again. Man, it sounds cool too. What happens to all the bits? They just disappear. There's also very good vibration feedback on the gamepad here. So I don't really get that on other games. Whoops. I wonder how we hide behind something. Can we hide? Usually you can just put... Oh man, I can do that to blocks too? That happened more by accident. Yeah, usually you can take cover behind these things, but I guess Not in this game. Or I don't know how to do it. That's also very possible. It is weird, isn't it, Brian? Absolutely. So I hadn't seen this shooting element coming at all, really. Oh, he's alive again.
This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word.
The pyramid?
And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
We're the new
Things are
director?
quieting down outside. Is it safe to go?
If this is going to happen to us as the director, I'm not sure if we want to be the new director. Yuck. Oh, unmapped area. Okay. Oh, there we go. Cool. We have a map. A map that's overlaid over the game. That's very cool, I must say. That's slick. I like it. I was just thinking maybe we can put the gun away for now. I mean, do we need the gun? I guess we cannot put the gun away. These reflections in the glass, they're almost too much, aren't they? But it's only because in real life this is exactly what would happen. And in virtual worlds we're just not used to that happening. If we ever do see that, it would just be like a white blob, but it wouldn't have any detail. On the wall, on the desk, everywhere. Am I actually stepping through this? Yes, I am, aren't I? It's also a favorite of game developers, the mucky feet syndrome. Yeah, I guess we don't have that here. That's okay. Is there anything we can learn from the director's notes here? Noble Sheriff, bottle of Noble Sheriff, that's cool. He was a smoker. Black Pyramid, interesting. Maybe that's his son. Fresnel, that's right, exactly. Fresnel. And there is a pyramid here too. Smoking does not appear to be prohibited in this game, not outlawed. It's an interesting mixture, isn't it? If we look at her, she doesn't look like she's from, I don't know, the 60s or 70s, but all the furniture looks like that's exactly the kind of time period we're dealing with. Oh, the liquor cabinet. Economy magazine with creepy bloke on the front. We tell ourselves it's okay to be old. Oh, the retirement issue. The oldest man in the world. He does look old, actually. Shame I can't move in any further. This is as far as I can go. Yeah, or 80s. Yeah, absolutely. Man, I can't wait for this to... Oh. Shall we really step through this door? Do we want to know?
You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. You can't let this happen. 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 You... Oh, thank you. You... Thank you. was horror.
What? Oops. These guys clearly have better weapons than I do. Oh, but those punches? They work much better than weapons. What is going on here? Me too, Jeremy. Lots of dead people. Ah. And we've set off the alarm. Man, we're gonna get into so much trouble for this. When you say search the guards, I don't see much left of them, actually. How do I reload? I was not told this. I need to read the manual. So it looks like the weapon kind of reloads itself after a time. Yeah, maybe a packet of cigarettes will help. Ah. Can we do anything with this? Oh, we can do that to walls too. My goodness, look at that. Stuff's falling down the ceiling already. The tubes, yes, Brian, let's have a look. What do we do with all the tubes? Like these orange ones, right? Man, no need to destroy them, just look at them. Or pick them up or something. You can literally see brush strokes on that painting. The brush strokes are their higher resolution than the actual painting is. That's crazy. How about our health? How do you think we can add to our health? Usually I guess we do something like health packs here. This doesn't really, that doesn't seem to be, I was going to say operational, but this just hurts us more. Huh. Absolutely, Jeremy. Come on, we can talk about this. I forgot her name already. Ah. Come on, we have to have clearance now. So I guess anything that I can pick up, that usually comes up with a little icon there. No, memos. Punch cards. Computer printouts. Like one of those. Why are we not allowed to have magnetic media here? Slugger. Oh, executive affairs. Is that where we are, or is that where we need to go?
Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
While we're looking at a portrait of us in a very high position, which is already on the wall. Jesse Fadden. Fadden? How do you think that's pronounced? Fadden or Faden? Fadden sounds better, doesn't it? Says the dead man. Whoops. Is this a guy who's hovering? Oh, dude. Oh, there we go. I think I just found out how we take cover. Headshots aren't the same as what they used to be. Dude, what are you doing to the trolley? For some people, one headshot just isn't enough. Such beautiful environments, and all they can come up with is, let's shoot people. It's such a shame. I think that's where our scene building thing could really have the upper hand. Made with game engine technology, but not being a game. Man, and where is a health pack? There's got to be a health pack. Ah, tape recorder.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Health items, but where do I find them? Do you remember where we found them? Yeah, I'm with you right there, Christina. It's almost a shame that that this is a shooter game. I mean, if this would just be an adventure game, that'd be much nicer. I'd much more appreciate that. Solving puzzles and all that, that's more my kind of game style. Yeah, the blue glowing things, I wonder... Whoops. Look at that. Environment destroys itself. Let's try this again. Not every desk is that wobbly though. Maybe I can only... Oh, these things that you mean? Yes, I see. So once I've iced somebody, they leave these residual little pieces. Maximum occupancy 6 people. Huh. Also, I mean, before I go in there, we've discovered hovering people before, like this guy. What's with this? Is this the voice that we're hearing? Or are they just misplaced? I could shoot them, but I mean, why would I? I'm a lover, not a fighter. Yeah, I think they are, Brian. I think when I walked over them, I think that's when my health bar got a bit of an increase here. Material, undefined reading. Oh. Let's have a look what that's all about. Weapon mods. Interesting. Load out so we can... Headshot boost. Oh, excellent. Research records. Director Trench photograph. Yes, that's him. But now we're the director. Why are we the director? Service weapon. Good stuff. Mjolnir. That was the same stuff that the Master Chief's outfit was made of. It's kind of a self-conductive material, I believe. Building ships. Oh, we listen to that. Huh. Oh, you mean these hovering people? They can sometimes drop down and attack? Oh, that's uncool. Marshal AW investigations. So you say perhaps kill them before they kill you. Marshal, we checked out the suspected AW in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this. And the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. Oh, cool, so we can lock us in if we wanted to. Not sure if that was a good idea now. Triple bunk bed, huh? Oh, spilled coffee on the floor. Very good, very good. It's hilarious, really, isn't it? If you think about how many people would work in this office, and then you have a bunker that sleeps 3 or 6. It is, isn't it? It's a really fat, massive door. Oh, you mean the rolly things, right? Yeah, they have it at the top and at the bottom. So they have these teeth. Hey, look, they have that on both sides, there, top and bottom. This is, Brian, we were talking about this earlier about your animation there. So if I move this over the metal here, so I guess this is kind of a brushed metal, I can see the same effect that I had when I rendered my iRay animation with less samples, about 100 or 200 samples, and the denoiser. And the image when I stop it here, then this reflection, that looks sharper. But as soon as that moves, I can see that there's some futzing going on, I guess. And for an animation like this is obviously totally fine because it's something you hardly ever see. But when we render this out and we go through this frame by frame, then we can actually see from one frame to another that there's some artifacts going on there. Oh wow. You can always post it somewhere and then I can have a look at it. It'd be really nice to see the fails. I mean, often we don't post the fails, but it's good to see those things and learn from it. So perhaps let's go to wherever it's yellow on the map. Straight ahead and we'll see where it takes us. Explore more of this beautiful environment. Ah, yeah, that's the other problem, isn't it? We tend to discard those things as soon as we understand it's not what we need. Central Executive. So, Jeremy, what do you think? Shall we ice these people before they can ice us? Or shall we let them live?
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
This can't be it. That's not infuriating. Okay. Huh. Guess that's the pyramid everyone's talking about. Maybe we can leap over enthusiastically here. Oh yes, we can. Look at that. Oh dear. Oh, looks like that. Whoa! Man. Ah. Guess Jay died. I haven't even set that. Ugh, that looks disgusting. I haven't even set that death counter up, so that's not gonna work. Well, if we have to have load screen, why not make them really, really yucky? Oh, but I guess the health problem is already solved.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss burrowing into everything in this place.
Why not just go shoot the pyramid right away?
Alright, it's our enemy.
Dude, with the grenades, that is not cool. Is he dead? He can't come up here, can he? You all dead down there? No is the answer. Oh, dude! That's kind of not fair. Huh. It's one of those games, is it? You know, I totally agree with you, Brian. I had no idea it was actually going to be a shooter game like this. This is not the kind of stuff that I usually play. I thought it was more about exploration and pretty graphics. So, yeah, that's a shame. Let's see if we can solve this level here, and then we'll see what happens afterwards. Some games do this, that they have an adaptive.
Everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
Then if you don't do this within 3 attempts, then they lower the difficulty level and just let you get on. Maybe this is one of those games, who knows? So next thing we know is this guy is coming out of the pyramid thing. And I guess we can only trigger him as soon as we... Oh good, there's another guy. That's good, isn't it? I must not forget my melee powers.
An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Says who? Who are you speaking to? Cleanse the control point. Oh. Loud and clear.
Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
Outfits, awesome. That's the only outfit we have. Oh, this is the first time we actually get to see our character close up. That's nice.
Please, talk to me.
Actually, no, Mike, I didn't know that. I didn't even know there was another game, Quantum Break.
Compromised agents.
So I guess this is where we get other outfits. Who do we speak to? Who do we... At least we can hear them clearly now. That's quite nice. All these hovering people, crazy. It does make sense though that if you're a game developer that you would perhaps recycle a few assets that you've already built and put a lot of manpower in. Makes perfect sense. At the end of Firewatch they actually have a list of assets they bought from the Unity marketplace. That is very cool. So they give the people credit that whose assets they've used.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh shit! You're the new director. Hold on, we're coming out.
Well, when you say director, I mean it was kind of sprung upon us. Oh cool, you weren't there, were you?
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown, before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. It's...
Language.
I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
You know, maybe, Christina, that will be possible at one point. Maybe once we complete the game. Firewatch has a feature like that where you can free roam as soon as you've completed the game as a kind of a bonus feature. I bet with a bit of modding you could do this as well. Because I'd love to see something like that would just give us access to like a scene builder, just like, you know, for screenshots, even without the character. I bet that's possible. Very cool. And I'm right there with you. I'd love to just go and explore the world that they've built here and just have a look around. Inside, I'm not sure. I've only signed up today. I didn't even know about the free games. I think I've got whatever's available for free this month, Abzu and the other one. I don't know if that was Inside. And it's Faden indeed, yes. Jesse Faden. Good. Cafeteria now, that's where we need to go. Oh, good. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, the Abzu is that's available for free right now, and there was a second one. I forgot what that was. I did grab it though. I also did. The PlayStation 4 store had a bit of a sale, and there's a couple that I picked up there. One is called Virginia, which is interesting. It's a game that uses no dialogue. It's a first-person adventure game, and it's using kind of an interesting graphical style. 99 cents. I thought, can't go wrong with that. So that's something else I'd like to try out. And then another one was Observation. So not abduction, it's observation, and that plays on a Saturn moon. It's kind of a trap in space type game. So I'd love to try that out as well. I think it's played from the perspective of the AI. It's a bit like HAL, I guess. See, the other cool thing that you can do with games like this is that you can just pan these camera moves literally live. It's like a puppeteer tool for a camera. It'd be really cool to just use this for building stories like that, making real-time animations. But like you say, we need a bit more customization rather than just follow what the game developers had planned for us to do, like, you know, slower, more subtle camera controls, more customizable elements in the scene and all that. Maybe we can build a sandbox like that. We should go and do that. Oh, I have to touch the floaty dudes? Okay, let's try that. The End is Nigh. I don't think is that the one that's also available for free on the Epic Store, Christina? And I'm really excited to hear that an RTX card is on the cards for you there. That's very cool. Wasn't there a floaty dude around here? There we go. Yes, very good. Thank you, Brian. I don't think I would have... Speak with Emily Pope.
Has burrowed too deep.
Damn.
Ripping it out rips them apart.
Well, maybe we can try one of those games on Friday.
Jesse, over here.
Yes, where are you again? Over here.
Plan, Jesse.
Let's do this plan thing. Let's do this plan thing. Come on, Emily.
I can't cleanse them. I saw.
Well, you tried once. Perhaps
It was
try
worth
again.
a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I like that she calls us director.
I'll risk it.
Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Very cinematic. I'd love to know if the animations that we just saw, if they are actually rendered in real time on the card now, or if those are pre-recorded sequences like this. So this could be either. It's always very obvious to tell the difference there, but it no longer is.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
And thank you, Christina. Yes, absolutely, Matthew. That is that's true. I think. Are you thinking of the one in which I explained the one? Yeah, the blanket, right, with 3 magnets. Did I use the magnets? I think that's what I used for that. And welcome to the stream. I'm gonna go do a little nature call here. I'll be back in one moment. These ladies will keep you company. Oh, I see. Matthew, that is probably because you're not using the animation slider. So there's an option that you can go and use the 30 or 60 frames in the animation timeline, and then literally start from a lying pose and then end on a lying pose. And that way the character is never going to stand up. There's a setting for that. I forgot what it's called, but that is I think I'm explaining that in that video that Christina is looking for. Yeah, perfect. That's the link already. Perfect. Yeah, watch that and then drop me a comment on that if you have any more questions, because it's kind of it was a tricky one to do, and I didn't do it perfectly in that video because it was kind of a live demo thing, but you get the gist of it. Let's have a look what's inside here. House memory. Ah. Personal mods. Excellent. Health recovery. Yeah, let's equip that. What else is available? More health recovery. Great. Oh no, so it's either or, is it? Headshot boost. And or... I don't understand it. Health recovery. That's the one, Ryan. That's exactly the one I mean. Exactly. Don't start from the default pose. Yes, because otherwise every character, no matter what pose you've got dialed in, it always starts from the A pose or the T pose. We were looking at these beautiful leather chairs earlier. It really is leather as far as I'm concerned. Ooh, okay. Of course, Matthew, absolutely. I think that's where these gaming sessions are really good for, because it's more about kind of, I see these as my office hours, so drop by any time and let's discuss anything that we want. So yeah.
There it is again, our welcome message.
Looks like a welcome mess in here. Oh, did she make the magnets, Christina? Is that the same woman? We've seen him already. Correspondence. Oh, that's helpful. A shark in his, although secure, permission to following basic protocol: shoot to kill. Esha, right, that's her. And is that her website? Myshology Guru? Let's check that out. Thanks for the link. Oh, it's more that ketchup bottle thing. But look at that, with reflections this time. Oh, I see not all of them work. A bit of Z fighting going on there. So that's not good. But hey, totally forgivable. I feel another shooting scene's coming on. Thank you for dropping by, Brian. Thank you so much. So yes, I'm thinking perhaps then on Friday we could perhaps look at one of the other games, either one of the freebie ones from Epic or one of the other ones I picked up on the PlayStation Store. And we'll see what we do with this, if we wanted to pick this up again, or if I play this by myself, and I'll tell you if there's a free roam mode. It certainly is nice to look at, but like you, I don't really appreciate that whole shooting people thing. Oh, I see. Oh, that's how it works. Is it like Udemy then in that respect? Ouch. I wonder if that's actually a picture of an actress rather than a 3D model. And also, I wonder if we can... And not that this is a great place for this to do, but wasn't there an option to press Alt F2 on Ansel games? This is not an Ansel game. Otherwise, I could have gone into the screenshot mode. Now, sadly, I can't do that, but that's something I'd like to try. Get screenshots from this game without, you know. Oh, that was not clever. Okay. Meshology. And is it a particular... Is it anything in particular, or is it just 3D in general? Yeah, I'll have to find a way to register a Guru domain. That'd be quite cool. wp.guru. I don't know if they allow 2-letter domains even to be registered. Oh, always good to find a box in the bathroom. Undefined reading. Hiss barrier. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. Oh, that's good to know. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity, okay, or destroy the Hiss entities in an area. The resonance field seems to require support for their size and destiny from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from those sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is Hiss watching and planning? Refer to the file for the full report. Oh, cool. So focused on DAS. That's cool. That is great. I wonder how it works. Maybe you and I can develop courses for them as well. Help them out. Dead letters. Hey, that's not bad. 650 bucks. Maybe I can haggle with them. That would be really cool. I thought wpguru.tv was already cool, but wp.guru, now that would be the domain of choice. Do we have all the health that we could find in that cafeteria thing here? I see room for improvement there in that health slider. Comms department, huh? Very nice. I really enjoy these kinds of effects here. Reflections and all that. It's really nice, even on small things like that red slider here. Andrew posted some very nice pictures of, was it Eevee renders or was it Unreal renders? And it's a while ago on Twitter, and I thought, wow, that is really cool. I think his tagline was, real time's really getting there. It's very true. If this is anything to go by, even if it takes, I don't know, a second to render the final image, that's cool. Even a minute would be fine. I was just thinking, Christina, $650, that's 10 times the amount what this game has cost. And there's no health around here. That's just not nice. Yeah, unavoidable. Unavoidable. Okay. This is an interesting example of ray tracing as well, because it's kind of brushed silver here. I don't know if that's visible on the stream, but as I approach it, it changes, and it's basically the same effect that we had earlier. So if I approach that, I can see the engine hard at work until it comes to a standstill and the camera no longer moves, so that the light can be calculated, and then it looks really good. And while I move it, this looks just a little bit messy there as I approach it. But still, for a video game, not not an issue at all. It's just nice to see the engine at work. That's what I'm thinking.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Maybe they're just running it as a side project. That could be. I've never even heard of it, so I'm glad about the tip. Oops. I guess I can't go that way. I think I've read an interview with her about maybe 2-3 years ago. She had just won Vendrosity Vendor of the Year, month, something like that. And I was surprised to read a bit of her backstory.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Yeah, more goodies to pick up. Great. Maybe that'll help us survive here. More house memory. Awesome. What do I do with this? Who knows? Travel costs. Mini bar, $300. Gasoline, $295. $700 for meals. My goodness, what were you eating? Crazy. So yes, a free roam mode, Christina, that would be really cool. I guess they don't want us to go in here just yet. And this thing we've collected already. Okay. Very stress-inducing game. Yeah, with all the voices and all. Dead letters. Okay, we're on the right place. We're on the right track. And I'll see you once we find this mysterious dead letter thing that we need to go to. We can totally finish the session off if I don't die beforehand. Come on, dude. What is this guy doing? He looks like a zombie type guy. And of course there's another person. Oh, he recharges. That's not fair at all. I think I got him. Hit him while he's down. Come on, that has got to be it. That's quite a filing cabinet here. How do you reach the drawers at the very top? Yeah, complete with dents. Oh yeah, this is also ray tracing artifacts we can see at the top of the screen. Just when I move the camera a little bit, there's flickering there, the flickering shadows. But once they're there, once they have been rendered that fast, they really look gorgeous. Keep forgetting what time it is where you are, Christina. So this in the middle of the night when it's dark and all that, that must be really creepy. Oh no. I say let these guys come to us. If they do that. That's kind of a mean level here. It's very difficult to get cover. That'll help. That'll help. Were you alone? I bet you were not alone. I bet. It's another guy. Yeah. I always like it when the music stops. Okay, let's stomp this cleanse control thing out. I see, so this is how we can travel between places. I see. Yes, Zinka, RTX is definitely on, and I'm playing on DirectX 12. I think that's the only way I could get the real-time ray tracing to get to work. It is absolutely cool how the graphics look. It's a bit of a shame about the gameplay, but the graphics that we saw in the beginning of the game were absolutely amazing. Very beautiful. And lip syncing in this game, unbelievable. There's some facial animations, very good. DLSS, no, that is not on because, let me check. I think I've switched that off because that required me to, yeah, I didn't switch that on because that would drop the resolution down to 1280. I tried that before I started the stream and it didn't look good. So it was fast, but I couldn't get 1920 by 1080 for some reason. And it also disabled, what was the other thing? Let me see if I can try that. If I switch this on, then it will disable some of the other options down here for some bizarre reason. I don't know why. So without DLSS, it actually looks better. Don't know why. Yes, and RTX is as high as it goes, yes. Very cool. I must say, the beginning bit was very impressive. And we're currently looking for something called the Bakelite kind of phone. Oh, maybe it's in this room. Let's see how we get there. Did you play this game, Zinko? I just bought it today and I thought it looked so good. Or I was interested in the features there more than the gameplay. Yeah, this is one thing I thought that's it's kind of interesting about the ray tracing here. All these shadows and the reflections, very cool. And you can just about see how the engine works when you move the camera really slowly. Once it's still, once it's rendered on an image, it looks nice. It's just that the changes from one image to the other, you can just about see that thing working. But very cool, I must say. How do you take cover properly? Is there a way to take cover? I haven't found that yet. I can kneel down. But that's about all I can do. Forget about my melee power every once in a while. What a shame. Well, maybe that's why. Maybe the monitor's too big. Don't know. Yeah, I don't have a frame counter, but it looks like it's above 30 for me, definitely. I don't know if it's 60. Okay, let's see if we can do this again. Yes, walls and kneeling down and like taking manual cover, you know. I'd like to see some kind of wall hugging mechanism. That'd be kind of cool. Whoops. Oh yes, 2 guys. And I like his gun too. Okay, 1 down, 1 more to go. He's probably behind me, isn't he? Not behind me. Okay, he's there. You're here? Where are you? Oh, there you are. This could be tricky. Haha! Oh man, not again! Could really do with some health there. 3 people, that's crazy. Oh, Ancestors Human Odyssey, thank you so much. Very good tip, thank you so much. I'll add that to my library. Where is that? On Steam? This is nice, I like it. Private little stream between the 3 of us, that's very cool. Brian was here earlier, he had to go. And Backdoor dropped by, that was also very nice. He had to work today. Christina and I totally agree. It's a great game for the visuals, but that whole gameplay shooting people aspect we do not appreciate. Oh, good. Had I known. Could have done that earlier. Just shoot the thing behind the guy. That's not what we needed, it. And also, why can't we have his gun? Okay, last I checked, there were 3 of these nasty evil dudes coming from, oh man, everywhere. That's not nice. And those grenades, they have got to stop. How many guys are there? That's terrible. Man, police are coming already. Did I get him? I think I got him. There's only one left. Maybe I can do this trick again. Is this thing gonna explode? Oh my god, thanks for the tip. Took me forever to figure out that these blue things are actually health packs. That's not for me, by the way. They're not here for me, so excellent. Now, that Bakelite phone everyone keeps talking about, where is that? Let's keep going ahead this way. Communications department. Thank you. Oh. How far are you in the game, Zinko? Well, that's the wrong way. Okay, I get it. This is the way we came in. It's a very intriguing storyline with this, and you know, we're the director now. All of a sudden, we've got this dark secret. It's a very intriguing story, I must say. So this is not the way. This has got to be somewhere that way. But how? Oh, 4th map, okay. So I guess downstairs. Then, kind of north-ish. Maybe through here. Well, actually, maybe there's something in the other bathroom. I don't think we've been in here. Ladies' bathroom. Oh, there we go. Very interesting. Unstable area notice. Well, let's have a look at that. Always good to read your unstable area notices. Due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. That's not good. At least it's not orange or red. Frequent unanticipated building shifts. Well, we don't want to be in a red zone. Guess that's what the dead letter zone was about. Well, tell you what, Zinka, if I work it out, I'll explain it to you. No, I can understand. I can see. Where are you from? What is your native language? I wonder how I get there. How do I get there then? I guess the other way and then to the left. Maybe that'll work if this door is closed. And then to the... Oh yeah, I guess into here then. Oh, Turkish. Okay. Oh, that seems to be blocked up. Or maybe I can use my melee power to just get in there. No. Smash the glass? No. That also doesn't work. Well, it is technically towards where we need to go. I just have no idea how to get there. Oh. It's not over yet? Oh man, far from over. Yeah, that's not nice, is it? Dude, seriously. Man. I hate it when that happens. I was doing so well. Don't tell me I have to do all this again. That's seriously unfair. All of it again? I can just see that was... That's not my kind of game. Maybe I'll just do everything melee now. Don't even use my gun anymore. That's a great idea. Just run ahead and punch the guys. Hey man, we're here for the shaders. I suppose the added advantage there is that we pick up the health bits as we go along. Until we get a better gun, I guess. I don't know. Oh, that's how it happens. Right, right. Oh, thanks for the info. So, but then how do I proceed then? I guess I get to go to this room with the 3 question marks there, the yellow room. But how do I get there? So up these stairs. That's not going to work. That's closed. No bosses, that's good. Do you think the enemies are going to come back now? That'd be seriously uncool. To the dead letters, okay. That's that red room, isn't it? Dead letters. I think we went there earlier, more or less accidentally. And we got, yeah, that happened. So we seriously take damage there on our hearing. So I think I went there earlier and that killed me too. Are these the dead letters? I do remember seeing that written on the wall somewhere. I think it was downstairs. Dead letters, oh that's to the right. I thought that's the dead letters. Okay. Whoops, sorry. How do you play games like this? Do you use a game controller or do you use a mouse and keyboard? Dead letters. Gotcha. Oh yeah, I remember we did do this, and then we got killed, I believe. Any helpful goodies in here? Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm more like a game controller guy. That's why my aiming is often not as fast as it could be with the mouse. Dead presidents, to whom it may concern. I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know anything about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Oh, wow. I had a photography teacher once whose name was James Bartholomew. Perhaps it's the same guy. He was just a little bit full of himself. Maybe it was the same guy, speaking to dead presidents and all. Oh, you have a wheel! How exciting! For racing games, huh? I don't think I've ever owned a wheel. Dead letters. Isn't this how we started here? Fast travel or central executive. Is that where we need to go? Central executive? And then go to this thing from here? That would almost make sense. Let's try that. Oh wow, that sounds exciting. I read that the first Gran Turismo game I played, Gran Turismo 3, that was the first I played on the PlayStation 2, that used to have an option to string, I believe, 4 PlayStations together via local network, and then you could use 3 of them for monitors that were dedicated to the back view of the car, and then 2 on your sides, and then the main one is where you'd play. That was kind of a clever idea. I never seen that setup, but I think that would be a cool idea to do that. Back in the day, of course, totally unaffordable, but today...
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Oh, cool, we can talk to her about things. That's great, let's do that.
Where did the hiss come from?
I love these animations.
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No, just inside.
Look at that.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
Yes, it was a legend. I totally loved it. Absolutely.
Thanks, Emily.
It is
I'm
actually...
sure I'll have more questions soon.
It is actually...
Just let me know.
The game that got me into video games in the first place. I saw it in a window once, in a shop window, and I thought, my god, that looks so real. I need to have a look at that. I need to have a console like that. Oh yeah, I was frustrated with it, absolutely, so frustrated. These medals that you had to get just to proceed in the game, that drove me completely nuts. I think in those days games were just so much more difficult than they are today. Oh, jukebox. Oh, so this is something from another world, I guess. Or why is this in a room by itself? It's one of those things that's not supposed to exist, or is it dangerous? It's kind of interesting about the story. I hope we get to explore more of these types of places here. Look at that. In each of these little monitors, you get to see real-time reflections. That is so cool. Like in the one on the bottom here, we can see literally her and her shadow just reflected in that little monitor. That is so cool. And in the others, we can see the whole scene behind us. That's just so cool. Me too, Zinkao. Exactly why. The PlayStation 2 without Gran Turismo, it wouldn't have sold me. Oh, you guys are working on a project together? How exciting. Oh, okay. No spoilers. That is so cool. I'm glad you're doing that. Sadly, there's still music. I wish it would be over. Also, I wish I knew what I was doing. Dude, where are you and where are you actually hitting me from? Because this is getting so old. Oh, him! Oh, yeah. Oh, glad his friend came by. That's good. Crazy idiots. They don't even have a chance. That's good. Which includes you, numbskull. It sounds like Christina, absolutely. It just sounds 100% like Christina. Illness? What illness? She is so talented. And I love your spirit as well. That is just so cool. Well, I can't wait for you guys doing that surprise. That sounds really, really cool. And you both are extremely talented people, so what happens with collaborations like that is just the sky's the limit. That's the best motivation. Hey, I was bored. So Zinka, where do you think we should go? I've tried the dead letters, I've tried the cafeteria, I just keep fighting the same people time and time again. There's got to be a way to just go here. It's a shame they spent so much time on excellent level design. But if the player gets stuck, then, you know, that's just... Oh yes, here, isn't it? Dead letters, yes. But I can't get through. Why not? Oh, that's not dead letters, is it? Dead letters are over here. Just speaking the truth, Christina. That's also, of course, locked, even though I could imagine... something exciting could be behind that. Okay, elevator. Central Executive. Is that maybe where we need to go? Yeah. This is... I keep finding the same room over and over. I don't really understand this at all. Gotta be something so simple. I went through this, of course, fought quite a few guys. Okay. So we're in the dead letters. I think there's a way I can teleport out of here, I think, with the fast travel thing. Like with this. But when I did that, it didn't really get me anywhere. Okay, let's have a look. This one here, Communications Department, absolutely.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's really nice of you. Great. So that's there. See, this is, I think that's the piece of information I needed. So anything that's blacked out, that's the way I need to go. Cool. Well, let's just have a look around here. I'm sure there's more people to fight. Which is a shame because I'd much rather just look at graphics like this. Poor dude. What happened to you? Someone chucked tubes at you. That's terrible. Oh. That doesn't look healthy, does it?
An object of power. It's like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Reach the object of power to cleanse it? How am I going to reach that? Oh, good. Ah, see, this is really valuable information, Zinkel. Go through green doors and blacks the path. Sometimes it's just those simple things I just don't pick up on. Great. Ray tracing. I've had that sorted. But yeah, one of those things. Oh, okay. I know I can punch things, but I don't actually know how to throw things, let alone how to pick things up. So I think there's only, it's got to be really pneumatics. Interesting. It's something fairly simple then, I guess. Fast travel to the dead letters. Boom. Communications department.
Communications. We're on the right track.
I'll have a look upstairs. Maybe there's something exciting up there. Well, give me 5 minutes, and then if I can't work it out, then yes, please spoil it for me. I'm happy for you to do that. Usually when I really enjoy a game, then I don't like that. But if a game annoys me and I'm thinking, look, we're here for something else, then I'm more than happy for you to spoil things for me. Energy recovery speed. Let's equip that. That's cool. And what else is this? Health recovery on element pickup. Whatever that means. I guess it's all good stuff. Okay, let's try this again. Actually, maybe there's something in the bathroom. Always good to have a look for things. I think we've been here already. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's go over here again. Yeah, I haven't quite worked out how to pick things up yet. Oh, what's going on here? I guess this is what we need to sort out, huh? Yes, please. Yes, give me another tip. Okay, no problem. Energy boost. Awesome. That's gonna be good. Equip and deconstruct. I really don't know what that means. Can't quite figure out what is equipped and what's deconstructed. It looked so scary, didn't it, Christina? Book Club Samson. Awesome. Book Club sounds exciting. What was this? Oh, that was just to close the door. Assets, huh? Is this the stuff that I've just collected there that I can equip or deconstruct? Were those the assets?
An object of power. It's like the case of latched off. We need to cleanse it.
Ah. These things, are these assets here? Reload efficiency. Awesome, that could be good. If only I knew how to do anything. Okay. I wonder if I've come across assets already or not. This looks weird. There's this color smear around these tubes. Okay, here's the object of power. Let's see if we can touch it and cleanse it. Aha! Oh, come on. It's a freaking floppy disk. Pick it up.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Use launch to complete the astral plane challenge. This looks a bit like what we did before. Oh, I see. Whoops. Oh yes. Woohoo! Oh yes, baby, that's exciting. Let's do that. Let's throw some stuff with telekinesis. Who needs a gun if we have that? Woohoo! Yes. Absolute mayhem. Total destruction. Oh, back in the day, huh? I still have some, Zincal. Several boxes full of them. And I have, I believe, a 1541 drive and a 1571 too. Very cool. Maybe one day we can do a, whoops, Commodore 64 stream. Did you ever have the, was that for a PC, the 5 1/4 inch floppy, or was that for a Commodore computer? Nice shaders here, I must say. Very cool. Ah. Yes. Yeah, look at that. Works good in combination. I like it. Oh, there's one. Good stuff. Dude, you. Oh, it looks like it doesn't matter how big these things are, I can just pick them all up. You. Yes, I like it. Nice one. Dude, seriously. It looks like a really weird place. Oh good, the floppy is now bound and delivered.
There you are.
Ooh.
You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Oh man, more people to shoot. Oh, but I guess now we can pick things up and chuck at them, such as the mailbag. Man, that was a waste, wasn't it? Oh good, very effective. Oh, he's still effective too. Oh, that's good fun. Finally we get a little bit of an upper hand here. And I can literally chuck anything, like a desk. At him, awesome, that's good. Sometimes we miss. And then of course if you don't know where your enemy is, that makes it just that little bit more difficult. Woo! Yes, I want to know that as well. What are all these cylinders? Now this is good, so this gives the whole game a different dimension now. We can literally pick up anything and just go chuck it at stuff. Very cool. Do you know, a game engine like this must keep track of all these objects. So like if it's like a box is fairly simple, but if you have a more complex object like a car that smashes into several pieces, then each of these pieces are sort of part of a bigger parented structure. So if wheels fall off and all that, that needs to all be kept track of. It's very memory intense. So if something smashes into thousands of pieces, that's not easy. Yes, that's right. Oh man. Oh good, I can pick this out. Just go chuck it at the guy. Finish him off with a bit of gunshot fire here. Good stuff. Why can't we go in here? Emergency supply storage. Oh, Christina, that is hilarious. I only remember it came on discs, not on how many. That's very cool. And of course, Windows alone, that wasn't enough either. You had to have a version of DOS, some version of DOS, and only then could you actually go and install Windows on top of it. That was always so cool that Windows wasn't actually the operating system. DOS was the operating system.
The mailroom.
Oh, literally anything, so I can pick this thing up. Oh yeah, baby. Awesome. Oh, I like it. The mailroom. Oh, wow. Do you know, it is literally taking this long, but I guess now the game is starting to be fun, now that I can chuck things. It does actually remind me of something that I played years ago on the original Xbox. It was called... There we go, a key. It was called Second Sight.
Open the door.
What happened to his mouth? That's terrible. Oh, you can literally pick up the enemies? That's exciting. Yes, Second Sight, that was a bit like that. This was more stealthy, and you were, I think, a mental patient with a special ability, and you could telekinetically... Oh my god. Throw things around, and that's how you killed enemies.
They can fly now.
This looks like a boss fight. Who said there were no boss fights? Oops. He looks grumpy. I don't know what I did to him. Man. Oh good, 20 times. Well, some people say if you know that, then this was already the first, so I only have 19 deaths to go. How long is this game? Is this game over after this part? I wish. Okay, let's see if we can ice this guy. What we're here again? Defeat his corrupted Tomasi. Why are we here again? I don't have to do this whole thing again, do I? Oh, I do. Oh, good. But now I can actually throw things, so that's good. Oh, I got stuck in the wall there. Oh, good. I see what you mean with you have great power now. Can reuse objects, that's practical, isn't it? Very practical. Oh, I see, I can just go and run straight there, that's a good idea. Do you think that health bar is ever going to increase? Like so that I have more health? Because that would help. Oh, fast travel. Claim control point. Yeah, let's claim it. Come on. Cool. This looks old. Right. Do you know? Yeah, personal mods. Actually, that's a good idea because I've got some, but I think I need your help here. So personal mods, I've got some, but I don't know. Can I only equip one of these at a time? Is that how it works? So like currently, what have I got equipped? I've got the health recovery 24%. But I don't know if I select any of these, then that kind of replaces that, and I just don't understand it really. Health recovery 20%. This one here. Actually 24%. I guess I'll use this one. So, but if I equip this, then is there only one I can equip right now? Like this one here, energy boost, I can't equip that. But I can deconstruct it. Perhaps it's a good idea if I just go and deconstruct some of these that I don't need, like this is on 20%, And I've got the one that's 24%. Shall I just deconstruct this one? Or is that not something I need to do? Okay, gotcha. Okay. And how about the weapons mods? Do I have any of those? Headshot damage. I guess have I got that? Reload efficiency. So it's an either or. I see. So rather the headshot boost is probably better. Shatter projectiles exclusive to shatter, so I guess we don't have that yet. I see. Well, that's good to know. I shall leave that on and not deconstruct anything for now. I guess these are the two slots there, the grayed out ones. I guess that's where I can put other mods in, and then I guess I can stack them up, right? That's probably how it works. See if anything's in the shelter. Ah, luxurious shelter. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. House memory. Oh, assets, yes, assets. Good point. I don't know what this is. Let's go through them. I don't know how I can do anything with them. Sorry, I missed your message there. So yeah, these are my assets. Sorry about that. I see. Conceptual material, hidden trend, and house memory. Oh, I'm looking for what they can do. Okay, right. Same as clearance level. I guess that got us into a room there. His demolition expert. Ah. His ranger. I see. And then you get more powerful and so forth, I guess. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in classified by agents classified and classified with the CIA. Good stuff. It's quite a large operation here.
Listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years.
Nice.
Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I've experienced recently.
Totally forgot where I need to go now. The mail room. Okay, let's downstairs. Mail room, fight evil monster. Gotcha. So, am I right in assuming that I'm just gonna go chuck things at him? I guess, right? So grumpy.
They can fly now. Great.
That missed him. That's not good. Oh, good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go say goodbye. I don't think this is my kind of game. I must say it's not really, as amazing as I had thought. The graphics are great, but I'm not entirely sure if it's worth $60. So we may pick this up at another time. I think for now I'll put this to bed. Let's see if we can, perhaps on Friday, have a look at another game. I've bought several, so I'll pick one and perhaps Friday, 4 or 5 p.m., something like that. We'll have a look at another one. Thank you so much for hanging with me today. It was absolutely cool. I think this real-time rendering technology has a lot of potential. And we'll see what we can do. If I find a way to do just a kind of a walkthrough without the shooting, or if I find a way to like a free roam thing, or if I find a way to get screenshots or HDRIs out of this game, I'll let you know. For now, I bid you adieu. Take care. Bye-bye.